Thank you very much for joining me on this Saturday. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. I want to get to the latest on Arlene. Very hard to pick out on this map, and you can see different areas of flooding plus a new tropical wave that's going to slide closer to Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana as we go over the next day or two. Belize, we've been too dry. I want to get to that, and our next chance of rain down the road, we've got a high chance of rain. Now here's Florida, Cuba, get toward Mexico here. This here, that is Tropical Storm Arlene, or it just was as of a couple minutes ago. Hurricane hunters have been in and out of it, and there's not a lot to it. You can see it for yourself right there. So it has just been downgraded to a depression, back down to a tropical depression, and then just going to fall apart as expected. So the forecast we've been talking about together, that southward movement, that stayed on track, and now it's doing its weakening thing. So everything right on track with Arlene, which is now again a tropical depression, no longer a tropical storm, just kind of falling apart. Will bring a little bit of rain into western Cuba. I'll get to that in just a second. But again, that was the first name on the list, Arlene. The next name on the list is Brett. But again, Arlene falling apart at this time. And you see the wind. These are the tropical storm force winds. They stayed exactly where we like them, over the open waters of the Gulf of Mexico, keeping things over the open waters. And again, next to a 0% chance of any tropical storm force winds over land really going forward at this point, since it is no longer a tropical storm. Now the leftovers from it, again, just a few showers that'll drift toward the northern Bahamas, and then eventually all that action will kick out to sea. So good shape there. Hopefully this is a good sign for the hurricane season if we could keep storms behaving. But again, forecast with that has panned out to a T, exactly what we were thinking. Now, as we get a look at what's going on here, what I've been watching for us, again, all that action kind of streaming in. The new spots, as expected, getting some of the rain, and it is heavy. Haiti back through the Dominican Republic. Please keep me posted if you can in the comments, and that helps others as well. That's what this community is about, this weather community. A good way to help others, let them know kind of where the heaviest weather is, where the flooding is. But we've got that blob right here, heavier rain, Turks and Caicos. I'm going to break down forecast for you in a second, and then I'm going to be watching over toward the eastern Caribbean for that next tropical wave. By the way, St. Lucia, some of us woke up to some of that rain this morning, so we did get those showers in parts of the eastern Caribbean. Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique, Barbados, St. Lucia, spotty showers possible. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada. But you see that blob there. Now that looks, I mean, there's a lot of rain with it, but as this approaches with the tropical wave, it is going to break apart some. So again, it does look impressive, but it is not organized. So I've been tracking those waves with you. And my promise to you is to keep you safe as we go throughout the hurricane season to the best of my ability. And with that said, again, those tropical waves are not developing. I'll show you the computer model on that. If you're in Trinidad, hang on. We'll get over to that. Northern Venezuela, northern Guyana, I've been watching, or Colombia, I should say, I've been watching some of the areas of rain. Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, generally way too dry. Now, let me broaden out the picture a little bit and talk about some of these waves. So the Atlantic, Caribbean, and again here, no signs of development. This time of year, there's just not a lot of action or favorable conditions out there for development, which is a good thing. A lot of wind shear out here. So you get the blobs that roll off the coast of Africa, then the winds come across in the opposite direction and just knock off the tops of the thunderstorm. So again, we watch the tropical waves together, but not seeing any signs of development, but this new tropical wave about to roll in. I keep an eye on the eastern Pacific side. I'll let you know if anything flares up there throughout the season. Not the case now. Plus, a lot of the moisture here near Costa Rica, Panama, Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua is tied to what goes on in the Caribbean. Again, and we saw that over the last few days together, some of that moisture just kind of streaming up toward Jamaica. We had that earlier last week over toward the Cayman Islands. Again, a lot of the weather, of course, the weather globally, it's all tied together, and I like to tie it in for you, let you know what I'm seeing. Now, here's what's going on today. Haiti, Dominican Republic, of course, the focus for today. Turks and Caicos as well, southern Bahamas. And by the way, my friends up toward Bermuda, we're going to see some areas of heavier rain. But you see some of that rain, Suriname, Guyana, Trinidad, and Tobago, some of that will be streaming in. So keep me posted on that as we go throughout the day. So a couple areas I'm watching. And you see here, I mentioned western Cuba. See some of the rain here? Those are just the leftovers of what was Tropical Storm Arlene. So bringing a chance of some showers back toward western Cuba today. Now let me go out forward in time. So we go from today into tomorrow. And let me stop the clock here tomorrow afternoon. Costa Rica, Panama, seeing those scattered showers and storms. Still some scattered showers over toward the Bahamas. Again, the leftovers, the remnants of what was Arlene will kind of scoop by, bring some showers. Jamaica's passing showers. Still some extra over toward the Dominican Republic. Not as much, though, Puerto Rico, and I'll get to that forecast ahead. And then you see some scattered showers over toward Trinidad and Tobago possible. Guyana and Suriname will see a higher chance. And again, Costa Rica and Panama, also the higher chance. Blobs of rain over toward the Pacific side. But again, no development out of that. So let me take you forward into Monday, and I want to talk about the next potential of flooding. Now, let me stop it here. On Monday, we're really just tracking scattered showers around together, okay? So there could be some isolated flooding, but as we get into next week, and I was talking about this, I think 2 or 3 videos ago, as we get deeper into next week, even as soon as Wednesday of next week, mid next week, we're going to see another surge of moisture. Okay, where it sets up, still kind of too early to tell, but we are going to definitely see another surge of moisture similar to what we were dealing with last week, just kind of coming in, especially over toward the Western Caribbean and moving in. So an early heads up, we're going to see another round, a big area of rain starting somewhere in the Western Caribbean, and then I'll track it and fine-tune exactly where that will go. Now we get a look at the rain totals. These are 2-day rain totals. So I want to zoom down here. Here's Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic. Okay, so Turks and Caicos here. Now this is through tomorrow night. You see some of the white showing up. That could be over 100 millimeters of rain, or 4 inches. We're going to be on the edge of that in parts of Haiti, extreme eastern Cuba, and into the Turks and Caicos. So flooding, a high likelihood near the Turks and Caicos. So please let me know what you got going on where you are. Watching the flooding at the river crossings over toward Haiti, the Dominican Republic. We're going to see some areas of heavy rain. We get back toward Trinidad and Tobago today, into tomorrow as that next tropical wave moves in. A lot of blue, which would be about 25 millimeters. A little bit of pink showing up. We could get a few spots over 50 millimeters or a couple inches of some rainfall. So watching that, and we'll get more Guyana and Suriname. You see more of those purples popping up, but not as much again in Anguilla, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua, Barbuda. Just not enough rains. So again, I'm going to be monitoring that. British Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, to get over towards St. Martin. We need the rain. But just not much. And you see again, northern Colombia into northern Venezuela, some heavy rain, but that rain chance stays pretty minimal as we get back toward the ABC Islands. And you see here, it's going to be some scattered stuff where we could pick up a quick 25 millimeters of rain. But Costa Rica and Panama, we're going to have some spots getting over 75 millimeters of rain. Jamaica, definitely that rain chance has gone down. And the same thing in the Cayman Islands from what we saw last week. So let me break down some of the forecasts for you. Belize, 20% tops. 10 to 20% chance of a passing shower or storm today, tomorrow, and Monday. Now, Jamaica, this is going to be key. Today, about a 50% chance, 30% chance Sunday and Monday. But after Monday, we need to watch carefully. I mentioned that next round of rain. So again, early heads up, my friends in Jamaica, especially by Wednesday of next week, we could see another surge of moisture moving in. Same thing near the Cayman Islands and parts of Cuba. Bahamas, of course, depends on exactly where we are. Scattered showers, best chance extreme southern zones, and again watching some of the remnants of Arlene that scoop by and bring a few scattered showers. Haiti, it's not a 100% chance of rain, but it's about a 50 to 60% chance. And where we get it, we are going to see those big time tropical downpours, and that is the concern for flooding. Same thing as we get back through the Dominican Republic, that elevated chance of rain today and tomorrow that could lead to some flooding. But then we swing back toward Puerto Rico, and that rain chance is minimal. Passing shower, could see a pop-up storm, but only a 20% chance as we slide into the weekend. St. Lucia, about a 30% chance. Again, we had some showers last night and very early this morning. A 30% chance of some of the passing showers. A little bit more down to the south. Barbados, about a 40% chance today, 30% chance tomorrow. And again, as we work our way into Monday, and I'll be watching those new tropical waves sliding into the eastern Caribbean. 30 to 40% chance today, tomorrow, into Monday for my friends in Grenada. Same thing. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, no washout, but we'll see that chance of some of the showers around. But that higher chance in Trinidad and Tobago today, so Port of Spain, we're looking at about a 70% chance of some wet weather, 60% chance tomorrow, and then it will go down some as we get into early next week. Guyana, a very high chance of rain as we swing through the weekend. Same thing in Suriname. We've had the rain, and then we're throwing a new tropical wave on top of that. So watching out for some of those areas of flooding. So we got our first name on the list as expected. It all drifted to the south, stayed right on track. And again, Arlene now has fallen apart. Brett, Cindy, Don, Emily, Franklin, and Gert, some of the next names on the list. I'm not seeing any signs of a name system over the next few days, a new name system. So that is some good news. So again, Tropical Storm Arlene, that has fallen apart. That new tropical wave moving in, increasing that chance of rain over toward Trinidad as we go throughout the day. Keep an eye on those areas of heavier rain and flooding. Haiti, the Dominican Republic, parts of Cuba, but Turks and Caicos, and again, extreme southern Bahamas for that higher chance of rain and that potential flooding. And as I mentioned, as we work our way into the Western Caribbean, we are somewhere in there going to get a surge of moisture once again as we get into next week, so we have lots to track together. So thank you for sharing this channel. I've been seeing it shared across the Caribbean, pretty widespread over the last few days. I do my best to keep you posted on the weather, and I will continue to do so. Thank you for those comments, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.